Hi there, fellow greasy people. It's me, Chuck. This is Up Chuck Chops. And I was online looking at my YouTube studio page, and sadly, it occurred to me because it said under the video, 8 months ago was the last time I worked on this poor motorcycle. I've had a lot of fun this summer, done a lot of things, made a few videos, but it's cold outside. You can see by how I'm dressed. I've got the big propane can filled up, little buddy heater going, and a little electric heater going. So it's comfortable in here. But that means I have to get this engine back together. Look at this. It basically hasn't moved. So, time to remedy that. I went back, watched my last video, most of it anyhow, so I could remember where I was when I left off. And then I went to Gearhead Geeks. He redid one of these. We started at the same time, and he's riding his. He's been riding his for months. So if you need some technical information, that's a good place to go. He's a pretty sharp guy. I believe he told me he was a retired Kawasaki mechanic. Anyhow, he knows what's up. He got his running way faster than I did. I haven't lost hope on this. I've been real close. There's a couple times I've looked at this mess and thought, am I going to fail on the internet again? But, like I said in a short a while back, I haven't failed yet because it's still in progress. There's always tomorrow. And that thought works when you're, trying to restart and motivate, but if there's always tomorrow, I'll never get anything done. So, let's do something. I need to learn how to lap valves. I'm going to do that. First I have to clean the valves. Then I have to see how they all fit. And yeah, we'll go from there. I have to be careful because this stuff is flammable and I have open flames. So I'm going to use my bucket cleaning device and see if I can get the carbon off the valves. Believe it or not, these are much, much better than the ones I'm not using. Not sure how this is going to work. My friend over at Gearhead Geek used a wire brush, I believe, on a bench grinder. I'm afraid mine are too abrasive, so we're going to use this, hopefully, ow, I don't know what that was. Hopefully more gentle bristle brush. I'm trying to remind myself that I enjoy working on stuff, wrenching on junk. And I genuinely do. Sometimes, among all the joy, I get a little frustrated and a little overwhelmed at it, which doesn't make sense because the worst I can do is screw it up. I mean, the engine already didn't run when I bought it. And I always try to remember that these things were parked for a reason. Like, it probably didn't actually run on when parked, like Marketplace says. Do this 3 more times and see where we get. I'm going to let those exhaust valves soak for a minute because they were a little rougher. From what I understand on this, I probably need to clean a little more. So that's what I'm getting ready to do. A little more scrub-a-dub. If you have any tips on cleaning this, don't be shy. Let me know. Stick them in the comments. I don't know what else to do with it. I don't have a bigger, what's the word, ultrasonic. This is kind of what I have. Gearhead Geeks also took a piece of sandpaper and put it on a flat surface and moved the head back and forth and the top of the cylinder back and forth to get it back to true. I'm waiting on a reply from him / pending more research. How gritty that grit needs to be. So I don't scar this up. A little bit of junk still. More scrubbing. I'll pick it back up in a bit. From what I can gather from the internet, you take one of these deals, stick it on, and it's supposed to spin. Anyhow, this is the valve lapping compound I have. The back of the box says you can thin it down with a little dab of water. So, okay. It spins. I guess there's nothing to do but try it. I did put a little dab of oil up in the guides, and I think you just do this for a really long time. I'll come back and we'll look at the results together, and you can tell me if it's good, because I don't know. I did it for a couple minutes. I think it looks like it's cleaning that up. Looks pretty shiny. I know there's one way I can test the seal. That's to install the valves and springs and fill that with water and leave it for a while. I'm certain one time of doing it isn't going to be enough. And it's wanting to get stuck. So I'm going to give a little shot of oil and another shot of oil on the valve stem. Hopefully that'll help lube it up. Get me a little more compound. This is my first time. I probably had too much last time, but you know, learning. Shame you couldn't just do it with your thumbs, but all right, here we go again. See that? It's like they don't suction cup very much. I think this one's too big. Spit on it a little bit, get a little, maybe a reason to suction up on it. Oh, maybe that was the trick, a little bigger. I don't know how long's long enough. Probably a little bit longer than what I care to do this. Well, I see a nice little shoulder there. I don't know. I don't know how long it's supposed to take. I'm reckoning, since I did that valve in that hole with whatever metal imperfections there are, I should probably mark it. So, I'll make a little number 1 over here. I want to make a little number 1 over here. So these go together. Is it right enough? I sure hope. I think if I do that 4 more times, it'll be what we have. So, fingers crossed. Okay, there you have it, some upchuck valve lapping. I think I did it right from everything I've watched. I have a nice edge on the valves. I don't know if the light will catch that. Maybe. Maybe not. I did mark the underside of my head. Notice here, Chuck. M2, Japan. Above the M2 is number 1. Sort of above Japan is marked number 2. On my workbench, I have a little number 1 right there. By that one. Just another little fail-safe. And the number 1 right there by that one. So hopefully, I won't mix them up. Anyhow, if you watched this far, thanks for watching. I had to get the ball rolling. I had to get back in the garage, get some things happening. It's slow going. It's a little embarrassing, but I can see why projects get cast aside and sold on Marketplace. I don't know how much money I have wrapped up in this, but I know I ain't getting it back on Marketplace, even if I get it running. So we're going to keep a little bit at a time, steady as she goes, try to get a little bit done. And maybe by spring, I'll have a little KZ bobber ride. I would love to hear this thing run. I did remember that I don't have carburetors. Well, I have carburetors, but the ones I got were junk. The ones I got from eBay are junk. So before I even think about being able to fire this thing up, I'm going to need some sort of carburetions to happen. I think there's a couple of different sets online I can pick up. About 400 bucks a whack. That's a lot of merch sales, since I don't have any. There's a joke of the day. Anyhow, like I said, thanks everybody for coming along. Holidays are coming. Things are going to be wacky. Hopefully I'll still be able to make a few videos here and there. I've got a year-end wrap video I'm working on up here. And if you watched, I really do appreciate it. I really like it. The comments I get and the friends I've made through YouTube. It's a good time. There is good people on the internet. Thanks, guys. So, I'll catch you later. I'll see if I can make a video out of this mess.